I'm really proud of this, and I'm proud of you, too. Okay, so I can have the EQ optimized for what you want to do. I just need to know, are you going to be singing?
I'm not going to be fucking singing, Stevie, all right?
Okay, is there anything special you want me to name the file?
Yeah, name the file, press record now before I smash your fucking face in.
Okay, and we're rolling.
Welcome to Simple Man Radio. It's another Thursday, and it's another day where the show starts off with just Bobby and Danny King, you know, the OGs of the brand. Again, Snacks unable to be contacted, calling him. I said some really mean words that I can't even repeat on this, so maybe he took those to heart. Hopefully not, because then I will actually feel bad because the feds might go through his text messages and think this guy told him to do it. And Justin is doing the Wake and Jake show, which I wanted to stick around for, but it's going long. So it's me and Danny, and we have a co-host problem on this show. Like, we seriously need to start giving out punishments, and the chat can give some recommendations. Let me retweet it on Twitter. This show needs to be taken more serious, and we have two guys who don't take it serious. Every week, it's me and Danny King showing up, working hard, grinding. The way we built this thing was, us staying up late, working harder than the next guy, holding other people to a different standard, being like, hey, you guys got to be more immediate with your news. And now I feel like that standard has just been lost with half of this show.
This show is what has built. It's so important, and it is true. It feels like it's not just taken seriously enough. This is the backbone of Jomboy Media, right? They just don't know it, but it is the backbone of that company.
Well, it's maybe not the backbone of Jomboy Media, but it's the backbone of the Talking Giants crew.
That is true.
Like, this is what started it. I mean, you remember when me and you started Giants Nation podcast / Talking Giants? I told you from the start, Simple Man Radio is going to be more important than this. We'll do some Giants interviews. Those are going to go on Simple Man Radio first, and then we can put them on Talking Giants a couple of weeks later. And again, it's kind of gotten back to that where it's the backseat, but I think you need to take the backseat important too. And we just have two people who don't take this serious. Snacks for whatever reason. And Justin even said on that show, I don't have to be there on time.
Wow, that's crazy. Snacks might be dead from the Knicks. That's a valid concern. Justin, I mean, let's talk about top 40 QBs. Ain't nothing special.
Yeah, I mean, once you hit 25, just list off them. You don't need to talk about them.
Honestly, from 40 to like 15, you don't really gotta go in depth on the situation.
I actually gave them my list because they asked me to have the list on it, and I was actually really confident in like 1 through 15, and then at the end, it's like, okay, it's really hard to split hairs between bad QBs. On the 40th, I had Case. Okay, so I stopped doing the numbers because I was moving around. I got 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 32, I had Davis Mills. 33, I had Tyrod Taylor. 34, 35, 37, 38, 39, 40. I had Case Keenum 40, and I know this might bother you. I actually did 3 more. I had Colt McCoy as 41.
Wow. That is kind of...
Sam Darnold at 42 and Drew Lock at 43.
I get why he didn't put Colt in the top 40 because he plays like a game or two here and there. But like,
you know what? I'm going to switch those two. Actually, I'm going to switch those two. I'm going to pick Colt McCoy. He had better backup QB year, so I'm going to pick Colt McCoy at 40, Case Keenum at 41. And I'm keeping Sam Darnold at 42 and Drew Lock at 43. I had Jones at 20, Winston at 21, Baker 22, Goff 23, Mariota 24, Minshew 25. And then Matt Ryan 26. So
I don't hate it.
Maybe me and you should just do like this show. We'll just do our top 40. We'll just totally steal the idea and be like, sorry, you guys aren't allowed on. We're doing our top QB, our top 40 QB list.
This is our own idea right here. No one else came up with it.
Seriously, and just not let them in. Like, have them in the waiting room. Again, like, Snacks is not even answering his phone.
That's just more concerning. Is he asleep? Is he at work?
I don't know, but at least give me a heads up. Like, that's where I'm actually am bothered. Give me a heads up on what's going on. At least I know why Justin is not here. Snacks, I have no clue. So should I be pissed off or should I be worried that he's dead?
And yeah, that's the thing. I just don't know. We just don't know where Snacks is. So I'm going to take the concern round and just hope he's okay.
And again, like I came on this, I was ready to ream Justin to start this, and now my anger has totally switched to Snacks. Like all my anger is pointed at Snacks. It's like, do we get into topics yet? Do we wait? I think we'll wait for Justin to at least turn it into a 3-man show. But again, let's talk about what the punishment is. Snacks should be getting a good punishment in the mail soon. That's funny. Justin has to tweet something ugly to Shania Twain, which actually would be a really good punishment.
That's good.
Snacks has to post a picture of him eating at Olive Garden.
Ooh.
Those are some Mr. Brownstone's showing out on what the punishment should be.
Those are some solid punishments.
Yeah. So, and Justin's like kind of the focal point of the show. Like this is titled Mental Health Awareness. I want to talk about his time in Jomboy Media. I actually want to talk about Patrick Mahomes and his wife.
Oh, that was funny.
Eli Apple and his mom. And then even like a little Ben Simmons. And I was hoping Snacks could be here because I know he would be harsher on Ben Simmons. So I could be like the nice guy.
I have this one clip from Snacks when we were talking about Ben Simmons last year because I said, like, he can't make a free throw. And he said, like, yeah, the crowd went crazy when he made his free throw, like when we killed Osama bin Laden. It was one of my favorite quotes he had.
And that's actually pretty funny. And I have a picture of Ben Simmons. It's a statistic. He's never lost to the Knicks either. I should have tweeted that out, but I like the picture of Spike Lee taking the picture, slutting out for Steph Curry. I did it for Seth Curry.
I'm gonna get those two. I always get those two confused. I forget Steph Curry's actually good.
Seth has become a good player in the NBA. Obviously not like a star or anything, but he's become a good player. And in the playoffs is when he shows up the most. And I know we're getting sporty, but Seth is obviously like, he's top 5 player in the league. And like he changed the way the game was played. So, and I think he was on the Warriors at one point. Where are you today?
I'm just in the lounge right now because my room is kind of hot, and I thought I would just say hello to the elevators for right now. See how they're doing.
I missed
one of them
elevators.
broke. I did too. They're not very active right now, so I might go back into the room. But I mean, one of them did break, and it felt like every time you got on it, you were risking your life because it was making some like really bad noises. And every time it starts up now from the ground floor, it takes everything it has to start moving.
Does anyone ever like shake it while they're in it? Like,
Oh yeah, because they know my friends know I hate that, and it scares the crap out of me because I do not want to get stuck in a college elevator, especially with this group. And every single time they do it.
If you ever do get stuck on an elevator, you have to call me immediately, and we'll start a Simple Man Radio stream. Like as soon as I'll stop what I'm doing, and we'll start a Simple Man Radio episode because that is honestly my goal for this show is to be able to have like Danny stuck on the elevator podcast. And we can have all your friends that are with you on it, like they can be co-hosts for the day, like Kentucky Trevor was. Kentucky Trevor's coming in hot in the chat right now.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Like that's what I want. And then I want to talk about Justin versus Chris Rose. I mean, this show versus Chris. Remember when Chris Rose first joined Jomboy Media, and that was the goal. We had to do ads on Talking Giants for it. Like we said, hey, go leave a review saying Simple Man Radio is the best, and there was a good 10 of them. Jomboy even texted me and was like, hey, because I was like, they could either find this funny or annoying, but he texted me like, and he looked through all the reviews, and he's like, pretty funny, all the Simple Man Radio reviews.
Hey, we love when we get a good laugh out of the boss man.
And Chris Rose has never acknowledged me either.
Really?
Never.
Were you invited to go do that warehouse thing?
Yeah, but it didn't make sense for me travel-wise.
Yeah, I
actually no, because I wasn't going to be in the league, so no. But I was invited up a couple weeks ago for something. Oh, for the opening of the office, I was invited up for.
That makes sense.
But I wasn't able to go. I think the next time I'll be up there is for the draft, which we're gonna be. Obviously, I know it's gonna be.
When's the draft? That's interesting because
like
it's later
the
in the
week
month
of April, which I guess
I might be able to do that one, depending on. We'll see how that works, but I might be able to.
How far of a drive is it from where you are to Manhattan?
It's not bad. It's probably like maybe like 3 hours, 4 hours.
What do you have classes on Fridays?
No, I have one class. That's why it might be worth it. Come down for like
what
Friday.
time is that class?
the 150.
Okay, then
like,
we definitely need to. I'll pay for your gas, because we're gonna be together in like their streaming room.
Yeah, because like Thursday's like you and Justin, and that's more of an important day this
But
year.
no,
so
but I
got
want you
Tuesday.
there on Thursday too, and I'll pay for your gas to drive back to go to your class and then come back for Friday night.
I could I'll figure out the logistics once we get closer to draft night. But this one I should be able to realistically be able to do.
Yeah, and then Saturday is the day where it's like we're there all day, and then Friday night's important too.
Yeah.
I mean, all 3 days are important.
Well, I'll definitely we'll figure that out once we get closer to draft month.
Yeah, the first round we need the 3-man thing, and then it's like when the pick happens, like we got to get like mine and Justin's instant reaction, and then posting that and stuff. But then it's like we have you right back on, and then this year it's going to be interesting to see how we do it, and we'll talk about it a lot. And I guess this has just turned into planning the future on this podcast right now.
Well, we got to get the site up and going if we just want to throw up some random draft videos, not draft videos, draft blogs. That's what they're called.
Yeah, that actually, I'm putting that on my list. I'm gonna try and be like, if you guys can't get it back, can we just make a new one? Like, because it's important, and it's a lot better for promoting the podcast too to put it in a blog instead of putting all the links out there.
Yeah. As long as it's up and going by like March. Well, and plus since the draft's so late this year, it's like legit like the last few days of April.
Yeah. So but it's nice to like, I like your blog of like doing the like, hey, this is a player from each round that the Giants could look at it at each position, and doing that with the podcast as well.
Yeah.
So Patty Mac says the Wake and Jake show is ending, so Justin might be here soon. I really I don't know if I should be pissed off or not at Snacks.
I'm just a little more like, why hasn't he responded? He's usually up, unless he just sleeping in late.
Yeah, there's times where he just shows up last second, but it's like let us know where you are, because that's pretty frustrating. Like this is a show. Like you got to take the show seriously. I guess let's give Justin 2 minutes before we get into topics, because
yeah. Oh, you know what? This is something I guess we could quickly talk about because it's not on the rundown. Did you see that reporter that fell from the stage?
Yes, let's talk about that. Yeah.
She fractured her spine.
Well, okay, so I looked at that tweet and I tried to see if it wasn't real or someone joking, and I think it's real, right?
Yeah, because apparently there's a GoFundMe now saying like, hey, she actually fractured her spine because she didn't think so. Then she's like, oh, I'm fine, just my camera's broken. And then Barstool tweeted out that she's like, actually, I fractured my spine.
Can I say that I think Stafford not like even like I thought that was a pretty dick move by Matt Stafford, and I know people will, well, actually, he's not a doctor, and but it's not necessarily like to think that Stafford should have went and done something and helped like fix, but to just turn away, to me that was a kind of a dick move by Matt Stafford. Like I just don't want to. It was I don't want to deal with this. Showed like no sympathy at all.
Yeah, it was the no sympathy that really threw me off. Like, I understand he was completely drunk, but like the fact he had no sympathy was the part that kind of like blew my mind.
Yeah, that's it. Just show a little empathy and sympathy. Like at least like, are you okay? Like, like, or wave somebody over. He was just like, I don't want to deal with this right now.
Yeah, it just made it his wife's problem. Like, you go deal with that.
Like, what if it was his wife that fell? And then Cooper Kupp's like, I'm not dealing with this. Like And it's like, and no one seemed around to notice. Like, I don't know, help somebody out. I was a little disappointed in Matt Stafford. Like help people out, or at least again show some sort of sympathy. Like it was like if she didn't get hurt or like saw that she was okay, it was fine. But like you said, she broke her back, spinal.
That was crazy. So it's had no reaction. It's crazy.
Chris Mickle says it's the LA mindset, and I kind of agree. Like they just don't care about other people.
I mean, I am trying to go to LA next spring or next academic year, I guess they would say. So maybe that's the mindset I'll develop. If I see something happens, I'll be like, damn, I'll just walk away.
I have a tack in my hand and a water bottle, and I'm like really tempted to poke a hole in it and see how fast I could drink this water bottle from the bottom.
Like a little shotgun?
But with a tack hole. How long do you think I could do it in under 10 minutes or under 2 minutes?
10 minutes. Under 2 minutes, just straight chugging, or like?
But it's like I have to squeeze it out.
That would be a challenge. Under 2 minutes in that little tack hole.
Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll do it.
I'll say yes. I say you can do it.
Okay, I'm going to share my screen. So you guys can see the reset. Stop. I'm going to share my screen with the timer. I'm going to do it. All right, share screen. Share screen. And I need you to give me. Actually, no, we're good. All right, so the screen is being shared. Let's figure out how exactly I would like to share it.
I could do a timer myself almost and like just hold it up to the screen.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, I got the stopwatch going.
All right, show
just
it.
Tell me when. Just tell me when I need to start it.
All right. Let me put the hole in it, and then once I flip it and put it in my mouth.
Pause.
You go. Let's see if I can do it in 2 minutes.
All right.
3. Wait. Where's the hole? Where's the hole? Okay, it comes out pretty good.
Oh, all right.
All right.
All right. Timer started. We're underway here. This is the content you get here. Check them tabs. Oh, good shot. Luckily, hopefully, we didn't see anything. It's hard to tell if we're making progress. We're about it. Okay, we hit 20 seconds here. It'd be kind of funny. It'd be kind of funny if Justin was in the waiting room and he's just watching it. Okay. Oh, we're making progress. This is easily under 2 minutes. I don't know why I had my hesitations. Yeah, it really, the process is really a great Photoshop opportunity. Oh, we've hit 1 minute. Ooh, we reached the danger zone right
I need to breathe. Oh my god, that's way more than I thought.
I love the out of context. We're at a minute 20. Oh. Ooh, we're at a minute 30. We got 30 seconds here. Oh. Minute 45. Minute 45. We got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. We've hit 2 minutes. I think
so. That looks like more than it is. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dump it into another water bottle to see how much stuff.
That's fair. That's fair.
So the first 30 seconds I thought easy.
That's what I thought too. And then all of a sudden I noticed, I was like, oh, now wait a minute.
All right, so let's dump this into another water bottle. Where's the hole? That's what she said, or he said.
There's you had so many moments that are just gonna be clipped. Photoshop's gonna be.
Ah, shit! I'm dripping some. All right, it was only a little bit. All right, so I spilled a little bit pouring it, but basically to right there.
That's a solid effort with a little tack hole.
Mm-hmm.
That's solid effort. 2 minutes.
I bet you I could do that better than anyone else on the show.
Probably, I wouldn't even attempt.
Waking Jake is over, right?
Yeah, Justin put out a photo. I think he's trying to figure out how to get in here right now, but he just said, "What is happening?"
But join the damn show, Justin. That's what's happening. We're waiting on you. We're literally waiting on you to hit topics.
Someone brought up a good point. They said, if you took the cap off, it would have made it flow better. That's interesting.
The issue is someone would have fell out, though.
Yeah, that's what
I was kind of twisting it. It would have too much would have fell out. In fact, I got some a little bit on an outlet.
No, not the outlet.
Yeah, hopefully that doesn't happen. By the way, I totally need to get a new laptop or a new battery. Like, it dies if I even unplug for 5 minutes.
Oh, You got that laptop in like what 2018, 2019?
Yeah, we got it like right before the 2019 preseason, but it was refurbished though.
Yeah.
Jomboy Media paid for half of it, like at the time, which was like huge. But now I'm like, should I expense them to get it fixed? Which I feel like they would say yes to, but I just hate expensing things.
Oh, they definitely would say yes.
Yeah. Where the hell is Justin?
Yeah, now we're
Did he tweeted something out?
Yeah, he did. He said, "What is happening?"
Let me look at his Twitter.
I said content. That's what it was.
I'm gonna call him if he doesn't join the show. And now, oh my god, Twitter's broken now. So I'm trying to try Twitter, and this thing is his page won't show up. So this is. Also, I missed an HR meeting for this. So
oh boy,
I actually have missed every single HR meeting. We didn't talk about it on the show, so I guess when I filled out my W-2, something got screwed up. But anyways, I owe the government taxes this year, which is the first time ever. I usually get a tax return, and so I was pissed off about it because I was like, I know I put 0 dependents, like I always do this, and they had me down as 10 dependents. So I owe like $3,000 in taxes.
Oh god.
Yeah, which sucks. Like really, really sucks. Even for someone that makes over $500,000 a year like me.
Yeah.
So I messaged the main HR person and it kept on saying like man, because the name is Dana. And then I told Justin that, and he's like, Dana is a woman, but I had never been in an HR meeting, so I didn't know. So I had to send her an apology, like, hey, I never met you. You know, I didn't know. Like, I thought you were. I just didn't know. But she, you know, I'm good at mending bridges.
I mean, the amount of times I was bullied at work this summer. There was no damn HR. I said, "Where's HR?" And then my boss said, "I'm HR." I'm like, "Well, then there's just no HR to help me right now."
I kind of hate HR, but not the people that work for us. But I hate the idea of it. Like, get over yourselves. Take care of your own. But they do stuff like health insurance and stuff. So it's more than it's not like Toby in the office. It's not like
my job taught me just how to bully back. So me and my boss just went at it the entire time.
That's actually pretty good. Wait, so like actually,
it was friendly banter back.
Oh, okay.
But like I was always just like, "Where's HR?" And he's like, "I'm HR," and I'm like, "Well, shit."
Well, working in a place that's I guess kind of corporate at this point is just totally a new experience to me.
Yeah.
Here's Justin. What the hell? Where have you been?
Oh my god! Screaming in my ear. Hello, everybody. How we doing? How we feeling?
We're doing great.
Where is Snacks? Is he dead?
Snacks might be dead. That's actually a really good point. I was wondering the same thing when I clicked on the show and you were chugging water, and it resulted in a really good screenshot.
Quality content came out of that 2 minutes.
We were trying. I didn't want to get in the topics without like a third person. Like,
so you didn't get into any topics. So you've been recording for 23 minutes. And
we talked about Matthew Stafford. Here's one topic we did, and I want is Matthew Stafford a dick? Is he a dick for not? Even just not, I'm not saying help or anything, but just like not showing any type of like, I don't want to deal with this.
It's not, it's exactly. It's not that he just didn't show any interest. The interest that he showed was walking away from the stage saying, "Oh, I'm not dealing with this," and walking away. Now, at the same time, he's celebrating like the best day of his life and the biggest achievement of his life. So if he doesn't want if he doesn't want that energy, cool. But like also be a human being.
Yeah,
all you need to do is like tend to her for 10 seconds until people who are better prepared.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Really? Oh God, that sounded awful. But yeah, that really would have.
Would have went a long way.
That was. But I think Snacks like he had. I called him twice. He didn't answer. He hasn't responded to anything in the chat this morning.
I mean, it was a bad Knicks night last night.
It was.
But okay, so I texted him last night. He's like, I didn't really watch the game. I was doing trivia with Grump or something.
What do you mean? He was at a bar. Of course he watched the game.
Yeah, he was pretending he didn't. But I said something really mean, and then if he is dead, I could probably be in trouble.
Why?
That's always interesting.
Because I encourage him to do something.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Amongst friends. But then we had actually a real conversation about that afterwards. What took you so long to get here?
I was on Wake and
No,
Jake.
the chat told
Great
us
job.
that ended like 15 minutes ago.
Well, I had to get everything together.
Yeah, he's still a professional, unlike me.
Name
I'm
the
not
things
here
you had to
fucking-
get together.
I had to get my microphone out, my webcam out. I had to turn my computer on. I had to plug it in. I had to log into the Wi-Fi. I mean, this
It's
takes
a 2-minute process.
it takes a little bit of time.
Chris Mickle's onto it.
How was I in Wake and Jake? Can we rate my?
I thought it was good. I
performance?
thought your Aaron Rodgers takes were obnoxious, but
Yeah,
besides
well,
that, I actually thought you had the best takes out of all of them.
Wow.
Like your Tua take was really good. On Matt Ryan, you were spot on. Like, stop giving Matt Ryan the benefit of the doubt for what he used to be. He's bad in
That
it.
was
He has
true.
Yeah.
no arm,
I
and he
agree with
holds onto the ball. Like, he's a really bad quarterback. And the only reason he's still in the league is because he has a huge contract, and the Falcons love him.
I thought Jalen Hurts has already reached his ceiling.
was a
Like
good take.
I don't think he's getting any better. Not to say.
I'm
So,
surprised you didn't give Cousins more love as the guy in the teens that
Yeah,
could get in the top 10, because
You know what's funny?
that would actually be my two was a good answer, but like Cousins would be that for me. But I think I had Cousins ranked 12th.
Yeah, it's like Cousins is already near the top 10. So is he going to take that big jump? And also, I don't think he will. It depends on the system. The Vikings may enter into a little bit of a rebuild anyway. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. So I'm glad people enjoyed it. I'm glad I did a good job.
Yeah, I mean, Aaron Rodgers led the league in EPA and DVOA, right?
You know him.
I had a full
Doesn't win the big
argument.
game.
I had a full argument with myself.
Well,
in the
literally
chat.
none of them did in your top 3.
Matthew Stafford won the big game.
Yeah,
Patrick
I had
Mahomes
Matthew
won the Super
Stafford
Bowl.
ranked 9th.
Wow. Yeah, Adam. So basically, I had Burrow 9, and you had
I think I had
you
Burrow
had Stafford
5.
9. All right, so we flip flopped Stafford and Burrow.
I think I had Deshaun Watson 4.
Yeah, he's
Either
not
Russell-
a quarterback.
Either
in my
Russell
brain.
Wilson or Burrow at 5
right.
and 6. Russell Wilson and Burrow at 5 and 6. I think I had. And then
All right, here's a question I can ask on here, and not on Talking Giants because it'll turn into stuff. Is Deshaun Watson under investigation still by the FBI?
I honestly haven't heard much about it. That's the thing. It's
But
just-
if
it's so
he
silent.
gets traded, he can play from day one probably.
But if he's still under, here's my thing: if he's still under investigation by the FBI, especially because I think there's more like extortion stuff that's associated with Watson than like the assault allegations or the harassment allegations. So there's more extortion stuff that's associated with that. The NFL still needs to hand down their ruling after the after the FBI is done. So
Yeah.
who knows when this guy's gonna be able to allowed.
But whenever he is, like, he's 4th for me.
I mean, they're lucky they just haven't had to make a decision since he just refused to play.
Yeah, that
So
is.
that's
I guess
why-
that is good.
That's why
guess.
they. That's why
I
they
don't know
just-
why he didn't why he did refuse to play, because he could have got his suspension over with, because the NFL would have like put him on the exempt list or
That's
something.
right. That's exactly right. Yeah, he's. I wonder how much money he's getting.
Probably something stupid.
He's fined a lot.
Oh yeah.
What topics do we have?
I have New Jersey versus Florida man this week,
Okay.
so
Okay.
that's for later.
Be nice if Snacks could show up for that. Do you
You wanna
guys want to
talk
talk about Eli Apple and his mom, or Patrick Mahomes and his girlfriend? I guess I found out yesterday on a tweet that they're not married.
I thought they
No,
were married.
they're engaged. I think
Engaged. Okay.
possibly.
Being engaged as starting QB with a brand new kid, kind of a weird move. Do you want to talk about Eli Apple and his mom first?
Danny, you lead the way on this.
I guess let's get her out of the way. Let's just get those two done and dusted.
I love Eli Apple's ability just to talk trash, but he should have tweeted the day after the Super Bowl. He should have. He should have tweeted the day after the Super Bowl and told y'all suck it. I got there, you didn't. But actually, there's no winning with him. Like, the internet hates Eli Apple, and that's why I titled this episode "Mental Health Awareness," because everyone likes to talk about mental health awareness on Twitter until they like to bully someone like Eli Apple or Patrick Mahomes and his girlfriend.
That
Which
is
I'm
true.
fine with, but just spare me the whole mental health. Like, if my point is, if you're on Twitter, you shouldn't be able to talk about mental health.
Unless you're a mental health.
Unless you make jokes.
specialist.
If you make jokes on Twitter about athletes or whoever or each other, which is fine. I believe in that. I think that's funny. Like, don't talk about it. And then if it bothers you and you're on Twitter, like, just get off Twitter. It's not the most, like,
Yeah.
Like if you need it for your job, you can tweet stuff out, and there's ways to work around. You can mute people.
Yeah, that's a good point. If you're attacking people on Twitter and if you're going after athletes and then you're also tweeting about mental health, that's kind of a it's kind of a bad look.
Like Philly fans got really mad at Mina Kimes because she had said like just totally trashed Ben Simmons in the past, and then it was like, oh, mental, and then she did like a because Ben Simmons essentially Ben Simmons in a way kind of exploited mental health. Like until he started getting fined, that's when he started pulling the I need to take time off because of mental health and not because I don't want to be in Philly anymore. And then so Eagles or Philly, Sixers fans and media people like Howard Eskin, the radio guy, said like, oh, pretty convenient. All of a sudden you're traded and you're practicing the next day. And the people are like, well, it's the situation that changed, blah, blah, blah. And so Mina Kimes did, her thing, like, oh, this is disgusting. And then Sixers fans like pulled up her receipts on Ben Simmons, and she actually deleted them all.
Wow. I didn't know she actually went back deleted.
I just think if you're making jokes on Twitter about other people, you shouldn't ever talk about mental health.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
fair. But Mina Kimes isn't like, did she joke about Ben Simmons? Like, what was her initial take? Was it about basketball or was it about something other than basketball?
I don't know. I think it was just like making fun of him, like being soft in the playoffs and not, and not making.
I mean, come on.
Oh, that's what they got her for? I didn't know it was that.
I don't know exactly. She deleted the tweets.
I mean, she works for ESPN, and it's different. Like I try to stay away from other sports that I don't really know, that I don't really watch. Baseball is the only kind of sport that I'll dabble into tweeting about if I'm at the game or if I'm watching it. But I mean, she works for ESPN, and she's on like First Take frequently. She's on that show where they go from different cities. What is that called? Part of My Take? No, that's not Part of My Take.
Part of the Interruption.
Part of the got that confused.
Part of My Take stole it from them, which is kind of funny.
But so she's on these different shows, so she can comment on other shit.
Yeah, and she makes jokes, which again I think is very fine.
Yeah,
I just don't. I think Sixers fans can be annoyed that Ben Simmons played them.
Sure.
Around the horn.
Around the horn.
Around the horn.
That's
what I was thinking of.
Can we let's figure out what this issue is?
Want to see this microphone?
Said it's minor. Can we? Let me.
Oh, I do. Those microphones are sick.
And I just noticed that they actually are like, it's like
Actually,
shiny green.
I do like the little neon green, little DraftKings logo at the bottom. Is that a duck behind you, by the way?
Yes,
Okay.
Where is it?
It's in the top corner.
There you
it's
go.
over here. I got confused. To be honest, I think it looks like Jake.
That's probably what it is.
I guess it's Gavi, but and their shoes for DraftKings? Oh my lord. Oh Lord. Those cleats. There we go.
That is a DraftKings shoe. Why don't we have? Can we get a SeatGeek shoe? The SeatGeek Orlando Magic thing has turned into a joke. To me, actually, no, I think SeatGeek should hook me up for some Orlando Magic. Like, I'm not even like it's partly joking, but I really think they need to hook me up with. Like, it would be smart for them. Like, end the joke and get a lot of advertisement from me doing it. Like, I would live tweet the whole thing and talk about SeatGeek the entire. Like, it would be beneficial for them.
Yeah. Oh, I just wondered they don't want to do because it's the Magic.
But it's better though because it's cheaper.
It is.
Now,
yeah.
listen, if they want to send me to a Nets game, don't get me wrong. I will fly up for that. I'll pay for my plane ticket.
That's what you should pitch. Like, or no, they don't play in the summer unless they play the finals.
Should I send this to our salespeople?
Hey, if you want to,
in the summer, I like remember last year I was going to come up for the NBA Finals if the Nets made it.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't gonna go to the games because I couldn't afford the NBA Finals tickets. Maybe I would have been able to get one. But I was at least gonna go. But the Nets don't have like an outside viewing area, which I think they should try and add.
What do you mean outside? Like outside the stadium?
Yeah, the Raptors have their concourse or whatever. They need to get something like that with a screen for people to watch the game outside the stadium.
Yeah, that would be a fun vibe. Yeah.
Like the Magic do that. Like a lot of teams do that. I know New York, I guess, is probably a little more congested to be able to pull something like that off. But Like if the
There's a whole
Nets make the
big,
finals, I will be there for their first 2 home games. That's
I've never been to Barclays, but I think there's a whole big like area.
Elevator cam.
Outside. Oh, let's show the elevator cam.
It just closed, but it's making some really strange noises.
Will you totally get lost if you go on the elevator?
100%.
Okay. What? Sorry.
Do you have a working elevator now, Danny?
They're both working now. One of them did break, and it took a few days to fix it. But the one on the left is sounded very dangerous right now. So we'll see how that one ends up.
Interesting.
But yeah, no, the Barclays Center is nice though. It's just the outside view. They just really can't do it out there.
How much, Danny? I feel like there's like a huge. I don't want to call it's not a concourse, but I feel like there's a huge area outside of the Barclays Center where you can like walk and it fits a lot of people.
It does. It's just the way they do the entrances. It takes up like a good portion of it, and I just don't know how they could also do with just like all the traffic going on around it. And then because usually there's always like just people outside the Barclays Center just
why not use that area of whoever wants to go to the game can go to the game, and then once the game starts, then there's a screen that you have the game on.
And maybe they would do it for the finals or something, but
it would be because I mean, like what? Yeah, the outside of it almost has like a little electronic board that they could show the game on.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's why I'm surprised that they don't maybe already do that.
Yeah, I guess they need like carts with beer and stuff and have a good time. Like I'm like if the Nets make it to the finals, I'm going to that because I know the Nets are my team that has the hardest time of ever winning a championship. It's like the Giants will get their back eventually. Hockey is so random. The Devils had so much success. And then the Yankees would I know the Yankees are down, but the Yankees will be back there. And the Nets are my second favorite team. Let's be real too.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm going to, if they make it to a championship, I'm not going to take it for granted. I'm going to go up there for that. And it's during our dead time, so it makes sense where I can just go up. I don't have to focus on work or anything.
Yeah. Let's speaking of our dead time, having a big debacle. I won't call it debacle, but back and forth with the friend group that July 3rd to the 9th, it looked kind of set that I was going to be going to Turks and Caicos, and that's the week that we take off. It may have to be the next week. So I may be podcasting from Turks and Caicos.
Would you mind that?
No, I mean I would just pass along editing duties to somebody else for that week. I'm not going to edit the shows.
I think people would enjoy it. As long as you don't mind, showing up for an hour, we can handle it. I mean, look at what our episodes were for that.
Yeah, it's like
Justin, I podcasted.
Because last year was the Sandro and Ruben interview, and then obviously the 4th of July. What day is the 4th of July on this year?
So it's on a Monday.
Oh,
July 3rd is a Sunday, and then July 4th is a Monday. So then the week after the 4th of July week, that's when I may be going to Turks and Caicos.
So we'll probably put the 4th of July mailbag out on Tuesday, and then whatever special interview, like podcast.
Yeah.
What did we do last year? We did the Ruben and other interview.
What did we do after the 4th of July? That's what I'm wondering.
It was the Ruben and Sandro interview. Here, let me just look it up because I'm.
Yeah, because now I'm curious because I'm actually going to be planning this out. I think.
Oh boy.
What did you do?
I knocked over my microphone. I'm going to be
so you're
planning
just
that
fake
out.
Using the DraftKings microphone?
Oh yeah. Well, no, I'm not actually. No, this is the DraftKings. This is my microphone from home. Yeah. So I'm going to be planning out my vacation this week. So
I podcasted once on a cruise when Talking Giants first
started.
Was that fun?
So
it was honestly kind of interesting.
I wish we would have done video at that time, but
some 3G bar Wi-Fi. And
we always do a Bleeding Blue episode.
Oh, we can record that in advance.
So here's what we do: is the Friday before the 4th of July is the 4th of July mailbag pod. And then we'll do some type of special, different type of episode. The first for the Monday, so Tuesday, so July 5th, and then that Friday episode is like we do some type of Bleeding Blue thing. So that next one was Giants over unders.
Which that would actually be really cool to do something. I really like that episode.
You should do it on the beach with like a pina colada.
I should do it from the beach. Yeah.
Oh no, a cigar in hand.
I'll do it from my porch with the cigar in hand.
Oh,
I think you get demonetized for actually, I don't care. And then we did the JT Alphabet interview, and then remember we talked about remember how dry we were for topics that we had to just let's talk about the edge depth chart.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that may be a thing that we have to do again this year.
So that's,
I think the Edge review was fantastic last year.
Which, by the way, we're doing our first mailbag of the offseason tonight, which is exciting. And we're recording an interview with Jordan Renan, so hopefully nothing gets dated from it.
Jordan Renan.
All right, let's Patrick Mahomes and his girlfriend.
The Twitter needs to stop like bullying them for having a relationship.
I agree.
Oh,
it's really weird.
She could be a little funky. The brother's obviously a little funky, but like, stop.
Yeah, like leave them alone.
Yeah. Do now? Would I want to hang out with her? Probably not.
No, never.
But like,
in years.
the lamest thing the internet ever did, and I don't care if either one of you jumped on this train, was when she sprayed the champagne, and people were like, "It was cold, and maybe some of those people didn't want to get wet." It's like those people loved it. They loved it.
If Eli Manning's wife sprayed champagne on me after winning whatever was it, the AFC Championship game, like, come on, I'd be pumped. I would be pumped.
You would be like, and again, it's not like she was like dumping champagne on them where they got soaked. They got like some spray on. It's like getting sprayed with one of those bottles like that. Yeah. That's the people who pulled that card are scumbags. I don't care if you're in the chat. You're a scumbag.
I guess it like watching it from home, I would have been like, maybe in my mind, I was like, man, I don't want champagne spray on me. But like you said, in that moment of celebration, I probably would just be living the dream after.
You would be mad if the person next to you got champagne on them, and you didn't get it on you. Like, again, and I do think they're annoying, and they do open themselves up to criticism by being so out there. Like her Super Bowl tweets last year were insufferable.
No, she needs to shut up on Twitter though.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong, she brings some of it on herself. But like their little thing at the basketball game last night or whatever, like it's like leave them alone. Like
I was so taken out of context.
Like they had it's like maybe it was some type of argument, but it's like they've been dating for like they were high school sweethearts. Like
they have a kid.
You've never had a minor argument before. You know, I bet you like come on now. People just need to. I'm so tired of like every little thing they do. It's just so weird. Like and all these same people probably preach about mental health too. Mental health. And then it's like, you guys are like trying to tear their relationship apart. Like that is as scummy as it gets. What's going on, Justin? What's going on?
I have to take a picture of something I thought I would never see in my life.
What is it?
The two dogs. Never mind.
Oh no.
No, it's me on the border. Oh god, that's a terrible picture of me. It's me on the border of a Talking Yanks episode. That's actually a terrible picture of me. I look like
absolute. Can we bring someone
garbage.
In from the office? Who's the closest person to you?
David.
No, not David. I want to get someone random.
Never mind. I don't know who's next.
Like, don't even have to be content. I want to interview them for 2 minutes.
Okay, hold on.
Interview them for 2 minutes.
Can you hear an echo off the microphone when you talk?
No.
It's still good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to get to meet, preferably someone I don't know. So I set an alarm for noon all this week to call in the Big Blow Kickoff Live. Because I had an idea for a call, but it was funnier in my head. I was going to call in and be like, hey, I know, like, I was going to call him Paul and like frame it as talking about Daniel Jones and be like, hey, I know this guy was brought in to replace Eli Manning and it's lofty expectations, but everything's worked against him. I know it hasn't worked out this far. But Paul Dottino, do you still think Davis Webb could be the franchise QB? Which is funny in my head, but I don't think it's as funny when you do it, you know?
I think I personally think it is funny.
Well, maybe I'll do it then. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow if Paul Dottino's on.
Oh, I'm so excited by who this person is going to be.
Rob! I like Rob. I didn't want Rob. I like Bobby.
Rob. How are you guys? Oh, there's the camera. How's it going?
It's good. Can you hear us?
Yeah. How you guys doing?
I'm doing good. I wanted to do it as someone random person I don't know and just interview them to get them to know them, but I actually like know you and like you.
See, look at this. Justin doesn't know that. He doesn't know our connection, our bond.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's like me and you met. Like me and you were the only two people in the office last time I was in New York, and and then I was like, "Oh, you're the guy from the Chris Rose Twitter account that likes all our jokes and stuff." I'm like, "Okay, now so you do know more about us than originally thought."
Yeah, you guys are great. I love it. I love your content and everything.
I personally picked a favorite rather than somebody you didn't know.
Yeah, I wanted to like get. Is there anyone there that I don't know?
Well, I mean, they're currently watching something, and I didn't.
Are they still doing that HR meeting?
Do you want? No, that just ended. That ended a little bit ago.
Oh,
Anything I
Bob,
need to
see
know?
this up too.
Yeah.
We always miss meetings. What are
Yeah.
they watching? Are they watching the softball game?
Yeah, that's episode 2.
I kind of want to watch it.
I know. We just hired somebody. You want to go get her?
Yes.
Oh,
What does she do? What's her job?
Her
I
name's
think
Courtney.
Her
and she's
name's
in
Courtney
sales.
and she's in sales.
Not the main.
Good. I got something for her.
Yeah, she's
Oh, no.
literally. I think today is literally her first day.
I'm going to an Orlando Magic game. I got something for her.
No way. Are you?
Once I talk to Courtney.
Oh, little
Is that
SeatGeek
influence?
action.
Yeah. We're trying to really drain the most out of the SeatGeek ad as much as possible. Well, DraftKings hooked up Justin and stuff for a suite at the Giants game, and I wasn't there, so I couldn't go. So I just wanted DraftKings to hook me up with a suite in an Orlando Magic game. And
Makes
they
sense.
just ignored it. But SeatGeek is a better option for that because they actually own the seats already. So they can just like pass them away when the
Here's
Magic
Courtney.
are playing the Detroit Pistons or something.
Hey guys, I'm the new intern Courtney.
Hey
Hi,
Courtney.
Courtney.
It's Bobby and Danny. So are you in sales?
Got it weirdly set up.
I know, I was gonna say I was looking at myself, but I see it over this way. Sorry, what'd you say?
You're in sales?
Yes, I'm working with sales and partnership team.
Okay. So my show Talking Giants is presented by SeatGeek. No. Before it was presented by DraftKings, and now they hooked up Justin with a suite to the Giants game. I didn't get to go because I live in Florida.
Oh, really?
And so I just feel like it's only right. I'm kind of the bigger face on the show that I should get sweet tickets to an Orlando Magic game. And I think SeatGeek can probably make that happen but I don't know how to do it besides tweeting at them on Twitter. And I know the people that can do that for me don't look at those Twitter mentions.
One of my clients is SeatGeek, so maybe I could work in something.
Just throw it their way. It will be a very big ad for SeatGeek if I go. Like I will make it a show. I will, I might even get on TV or do something. It will be a very good ad for SeatGeek. I know.
I mean, you're a celebrity, so I can see what I could do. I just gotta sign with them today. So.
Okay, cool.
This is fantastic.
This is your first day?
Second day, started on Monday.
Okay, sorry for putting you on the spot like
No,
this.
you're good. I kind of figure like anything goes when you come into this building. So.
But I'm not part of the building. We're like the outcasts of Jomboy Media.
You're in Florida, right? You said.
Yeah. So I have to connect with the new people to get on their side because I've already been like outcasted by the rest of the company.
Yeah, exactly. You're not welcome here, but.
I'm
kidding.
don't get me wrong. I felt it before you said it. So.
No, I have nothing to say. This is literally my second day here. So.
Do you like have social media and use it or want people to follow you or no?
Like my own accounts?
Yeah.
Yeah, go. I mean, I don't really like tweet much or use it, but like it's just for personal use. But if you want to give me a follow, CEKOBUS at Instagram.
There we go.
Plug.
Yeah, put me the
we'll
plug.
all follow you and promote you.
Yeah. I'm trying to get my ratio good, so but I'm team follow back, so I'll give you a follow.
Okay, cool. All right, Courtney, thank you for coming on. You spent more time on the show than Snacks, who's one of the co-hosts. So
promote me.
Yeah, we'll definitely have you on again. Thank you, Courtney.
All right, yeah, nice meeting you. And I'll talk to
meeting
CP,
you.
see what I can do.
Thank you.
Bye.
Fantastic.
I got you.
Where's Justin?
I'm right here.
I'm harassing your new employees.
I heard that.
No, I was
I'm
nice.
excited.
I think SeatGeek actually could send me to an Orlando Magic game with a nice like in a luxury box or something.
It feels like something they would specialize in.
Yeah, like better than DraftKings. And I harassed DraftKings
they
for a while
are
about it.
And they describe themselves as geeks for these things.
Well, I know they like look at the transcripts of the ads because one time we got in trouble for the transcript on an ad. Not for SeatGeek, for another company who loves us and has worked with us a ton. But I like just said it directly to them, like send me to an Orlando Magic game.
Fair.
How's everything with you? How are you guys doing with the baseball lockout? Because I feel like that would just be like I see some of the titles for the Talking Yanks, and I was like, I know they're just dreading having to create topics right now.
We're still at a place where we can have fun with it. We have like 2 weeks until it's like, oh, so season's officially pushed back, and then like not maybe not officially, but like you do some quick math. There's just not time. So once we get to that point, then like all the leverage of now we've lost games, so
yeah,
this will just suck.
Yeah, that's I couldn't do that. Luckily,
so once
the NFLPA is very weak.
Yeah, once games begin to get lost, then it's like, all right, now there's no real reason to get it done sooner rather than later. Like they're gonna fight for whatever they want. So then if we're facing like they won't start till July, I'm in a bad place. As I'm like, I've
that's brutal. I feel like
it's done all the
it's
creative ideas I can think of.
I know as from learning from others' experiences, maybe to not talk about the union because it's just everyone gets all crazy. But I just feel like they're gonna fold if they miss like 2 weeks of actual baseball, which seems like what always happens. I don't know. I don't
like
even
eventually, these guys gotta look out for themselves a little bit. I know like the whole point is for the greater good and the future of the players and all that, but
yeah, they
can imagine eventually like, but I have to look after myself a little bit and like start playing. And
yeah,
game chat.
that's like with the NFL, the franchise tag.
idea.
The franchise tag, it's like the top players want it gone, but it's like 95% of the league like never even will be thought about being franchise tagged, and they don't care about it at all.
Yeah.
The only thing I know from baseball that it's like it clearly needs to fix this is like the minor league, like the way they like arbitration and those years of service. What like that is just seems like totally the most screwed up thing ever. Like I feel like if they fix that,
it's too easy to screw over the guys who aren't in like good spots. Like obviously like the good players, they hit free agency and get hundreds of millions of dollars, but you don't even have to be that much. You're in a good spot.
Well, like
the young guys who won't make
be when he hits free
generational
agency.
wealth. Third after this year, I think he turns 31 in April. So
yeah, so 31
he'll be
when he hits
32
free
for his
agency
first
time.
real
That's
season with
horrible.
the new team. Yeah,
like that's horrible. So it's like unless you're one of those like Manny Machado, Bryce Harper, A-Rod, 19-year-old like in the leagues guys, like you're so screwed.
How many guys like really get a chance to hit it before 28? It's not that many.
So it's pretty. I feel bad for you guys having to talk about labor unions over and over.
Hopefully something gets going soon. I'll have to kick Justin out of this room any minute now. But
yeah.
Oh, you guys are doing a podcast in there?
Yeah, TY technically started 9 minutes ago, but
in 1 minute I'm going.
All right, Justin.
I love you guys.
Love you too.
Bye, David.
New Jersey man versus Florida man will be next week because Snacks isn't here.
That's fair.
Yeah. You think I handled the SeatGeek or the Courtney interview well?
I
did a good job.
thought that you unfortunately put that poor girl in a bind where it's her second day and she's gonna hey. I will say, out of all major teams though, to ask to go to, I think the Orlando Magic is the most doable.
Yeah, their tickets are dirt
Oh,
cheap.
yeah.
I literally skipped their game for the Brian Dable podcast, and I didn't like it. It was like, okay, I lost $30 for two people.
I think the Magic would have to pay you to go to the game.
Well, some dude just got an Orlando Magic tattoo on his arm, and they just gave him courtside seats the next day.
Love it. So do something crazy online for the Orlando Magic, and then maybe.
But I'm not a Magic fan,
I just found it funny that you guys brought on an intern. That just made me laugh. I heard intern.
I didn't know she was an intern. I thought she was a full-time employee.
I did not think she was an. I learned that as well. So all right, I'm going to go since they have to use this room. Maybe one day Simple Man Radio and Talking Giants will have its own studio, but that's probably going to be like 2 weeks from now. All right,
2 weeks?
No, but before you go, all right, you had to kick him out. I had to do that to him. Do we have any other topics we wanted to hit on? Those birds. Let's talk about the birds. I have I brought video for the birds.
That'll be our last topic. We'll hit the birds, and then we'll.
So Danny found this video.
Huge flock of birds that suddenly plunged to the ground in Mexico. It happened earlier this month. We want to warn you, the video you're about to see is graphic. The video is chilling too. It shows the yellow-headed blackbird suddenly fall from the sky.
Oh, jeez.
Many of them died, others did fly away, and the reason behind their rapid plunge remains unclear. But some experts say the blackbirds may have been trying to escape a predatory bird swooping in from
dead birds all over the place.
That was crazy.
You messaged it and said that their batteries ran out. Had you heard of the birds aren't real movement?
I've joked about it, but I didn't know it was like serious. People are seriously on board that train until you had the Twitter account.
Yeah, I mean the bird, like they said that the government, the FBI, CIA, like murdered thousands and thousands, millions of birds, and then replaced them with government drone CIA surveillance, which is pretty funny.
Oh, it is. I just didn't think people are like fully on board that train and believe like a hook line. Actually, I'm not surprised.
I don't think anyone actually does believe it though.
But like 84,000 followers on that account is obviously a lot of them could be jokes, but like 84,000 followers is crazy.
I actually tried to get him on Simple Man Radio in the early days. The Simple Man Radio was the Birds Aren't Real guy, but we were too small time for him, which I guess makes sense.
To think that a Birds Aren't Real account you were too small time for that was kind of funny.
Yeah, but they like you go look at their pinned tweet and stuff. Like they were on like local news and they were like trying to like this is parody, right? And he's like, it's like frankly, I'm a little offended that you would suggest that. So
absolutely just wild. But yeah, their batteries died though, 100%.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like that's the only really reasonable outcome here. It's like, oh, that's what the batteries ran out.
Yeah, like what, a predatory bird swooped in? Nah, too easy.
One bird swooped in and thousands of birds fell to the ground. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Their batteries obviously ran out.
Of course.
Could you imagine living on that street and you walk outside and there's just dead birds?
That had to be you're like, the sun's shining, it's a beautiful day. Are those dead birds?
Like, what do? Do you sweep them up?
You guess you got to, but like, I wouldn't want to touch them.
Yeah, you can't touch birds. They're like the most germ infested things in the world. Have you ever like killed a bird like hunting or anything?
No, I haven't.
My brother bought a house and they have turkeys at their house.
I can't say that with confidence because as I was driving one day, a bird kind of swooped. There's like this little like sparrow swooped in, and I didn't see the bird fly back up when I looked through my rear view mirror. So there's a
Did you hear it though? Did you hear like a thud?
It was like
you would hear it if you hit a bird. You'd hear it.
So then I guess I did it, but like I just didn't see the bird reappear.
Yeah, but it could they fly away. If you didn't hear it, you didn't hit it. Like there was a time where it's like, oh my god, I'm gonna hit this bird. I was like, come on, move, and I killed it. Like you hear it, which is like very sad. Like I hate killing animals.
Yeah.
Like I when I clean pools, like I would say, like if there was like a lizard in the pool, like I would let me save this lizard, or even like I'd find snakes in the pool and stuff. So. Yeah, I like to protect animals, but so hurting that bit. But again, my neighbor's cat killed a bird the other day. Like,
God!
I didn't see it happen, but he just had a bird in his mouth. In fact, my first cat's name was KC, and it stood for killer cat, and I named it that, like KC killer cat, and when we first got it, and it literally like started killing animals, so it became a killer cat.
Oh my god!
And then my parents tried to give it away. And it just showed up at our doorstep the next day. Yeah. Like gave it away to my uncle, and my uncle and aunt, tried to come back and get it, and it was like under the table. Like, no, like I'm not leaving this house. So it just stayed our animal for a long time. I actually got it because when I went to go get my kindergarten shots, my dad said if I didn't cry, we'd get a cat. And so
there we go.
My dad, without consulting my mother, came home with me not crying after getting my shots and a cat.
And you somehow got that just refused to leave.
I was so scared of the shots. Like I was like and then I think I even like it's a memory from my childhood that I remember, and I remember just laughing like, oh, I was so scared for just a little prick. So someone in the chat says, as a Jew, I wouldn't like.
I saw that. I couldn't believe that. I still can't believe he tweeted that. I legitimately thought he was like onto something there.
The all-time one of your dead draft guys almost got shot, I guess. What happened with that? Because I saw you say it and then I didn't see it anywhere else.
Portnoy said so I guess at some Justin Bieber thing there was like a shoot-in, and a rapper named Kodak Black, he got
Kodak
shot.
Black was there?
He was there, yeah.
You talked about Kodak Black on the show. Remember he got horny at the hockey game?
Yeah.
And we tried to do some work with his lawyer.
Did you really?
Yeah, because he had the same lawyer as DeAndre Baker, so we almost had him on the show.
But yeah, so apparently Portnoy claims he was 5 feet away when it happened, and that he ducked, as he said, like a pussy, and instead of getting his camera out. So,
did Kodak Black get shot?
Yeah, he was shot, but according to TMZ, they said he's fine, obviously.
That's crazy.
3 people were shot, and it was bad. I saw Portnoy say that, and I'm like, oh, thank God he's okay. But I was like,
it's kind of, if someone does die this year on the dead draft, it's going to be awkward to see how we handle that.
oh, it's gonna be extremely awkward.
It depends who it is, I guess.
Yeah, like if it's Queen Elizabeth, she lived a great life at that point.
Yeah, if it's Queen Elizabeth, like we can joke about that. So all right, that's a show. We'll see you guys next week. Hopefully we have our full carousal of guys here next week. So we'll see you then. And go watch Talking Yanks, I guess, because they started without us. So
We forced them to start late.
yeah, stay simple, guys.